Waltham High? Welcome back. I'm Brianna Pantalone.
And I'm Zach Cerconi. Brianna, how's the start of senior year going for you?
Pretty good. Tolerant for now. I'm sure it will get better. What about you?
Yeah, I agree completely. I remember when we were just freshmen and now we're thinking of colleges.
Speaking of colleges, let's check in with Catherine on this year's college fair.
So, Ms. Finn, what colleges are coming to the college fair this year?
We have over 150 colleges that come every year. Variety of schools, not just Massachusetts colleges. We have colleges from across the country, large schools, big schools. The list will be coming out about a week before the fair. You can get it on our website, and perhaps we'll send a copy of you to the juniors and seniors in English classes.
When is the college fair?
The college fair this year is Tuesday, October 7th. It's 6:30 to 8:30 in the cafeteria.
What questions should students ask the college representatives?
Well, students can talk to the representatives about admissions things, like what GPA is needed and SAT scores, things like that. But they should also talk to the admissions rep about student life, like what kind of things go on campus, what sports are available, what the housing is like, whether they can have a car on campus, what majors are offered. So anything that you can think of about your freshman year and you have questions, they can help you answer those.
Why should students come to the college fair?
For seniors, it's a good opportunity to kind of narrow down your list. If you're thinking about, 15 different colleges right now, you might get a better feel to narrow that list down to 6 to 8 schools. Juniors should start the college process and have a list of 30 to 40 schools and just get more exposure. A lot of times we have colleges that come from various places in the country, so if you're not able to do a visit to California, but one of the California schools are representative, you might be able to add that to your list.
Okay. Did you go to the college fair last year?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
What was it like?
It was really busy and there was a lot of people, but it was like helpful.
It was helpful. A lot of colleges there. If you think about going to college, you can get an idea of what each college brings to the table or whatever.
It was very helpful.
What was it like?
It was awesome.
It was really cool because I saw a bunch of people from other schools, and it was really helpful to figure out what college I was interested in.
Would you recommend it to other students?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're planning on going to college, yeah.
Yeah, you get to talk to all the college representatives and it helps a lot.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, it was really helpful.
Was it helpful, and if so, what about it was helpful?
The representatives were really helpful, and the teachers who were there to move you along and stuff. The way it was set up was good. I don't know.
It was helpful because you get a better idea of what colleges you should go to based on what you do, sports, GPA, and all that.
Okay, thank you.
You get to see what colleges offer the majors that you're interested in, and you can tell how big the campuses are.
Everything about it, just all around, was awesome.
I figured out what kinds of schools I was looking for and what I was interested in.
Less than 1 minute.
So, Mrs. Neville, why should students come to the college fair?
Well, as you know, this college fair is on October 7th here at the Waltham High School cafeteria, and students should come for a variety of reasons. Juniors, I think you should come and start that college search. There are so many schools that will be represented here, and it's a good place to start. Now, seniors, if you haven't already started to look, you need to start now. And if you have your schools and you want to narrow them down, it's an opportunity to talk to some of the representatives, kind of see what's out there. So it's a wonderful opportunity, and we're very fortunate to have it here at Waltham High School.
Good to know. I should start raising my GPA.
Good point. Do you want to be in National Honor Society when you're a senior?
Yeah, I most definitely want to be in the National Honor Society. Let's check in with Kelly and Emily to learn more about the National Honor Society.
What is National Honor Society?
The National Honor Society is a national organization, and it recognizes students who have achieved high standards of scholarship, leadership, character, and service.
How does the committee decide who's accepted?
You have to have a 3.7 GPA at the end of your junior year. And then the committee, they look at teacher input on students' character, on their leadership qualities, on service that they've engaged in, and then they vote on the different applicants.
What is the tutoring program?
Tutoring program is one of the most successful things we do. We do it with the elementary schools, and it's usually last period in NHS students who they might have a directed study at the end of the day, and they go to a elementary school and they work with students. They form a lot of good relationships. They do a lot of good with the elementary school kids.
What other activities does NHS participate in?
NHS is very active. We're co-sponsoring with the Student Council the homecoming dance. We work on Student Santa. That's a major project. We run the senior social. We run a voter registration drive. We do a canned food drive for the local food pantry. We do the Secret Student in March. We run a dinner with the teachers in March.
What is your position in NHS?
I'm president of the National Honor Society.
What is your role as president?
As president, I lead the group. We try to unite the class and get a lot of stuff going. Like we're co-sponsoring the homecoming dance, and we're gonna have like a senior social and a senior dinner and all that.
How did you get accepted?
Well, I filled out an application to get nominated, and then the members of NHS elected me.
What does it mean to you to be part of National Honor Society?
To be a part of National Honor Society is an honor because it's not just our academic grades, it's also what we do outside the school, and that's why we try to get involved with a lot of different stuff and plan a lot of stuff for the entire school, not just a group.
What is your position in National Honor Society?
I'm the secretary.
What is your role as secretary?
I send out the emails when there's a meeting.
How did you get accepted?
There was a vote at the first meeting, and they voted for Ray.
What does it mean to you to be part of National Honor Society?
I'm pretty honored, pretty prestigious club. It's the only club that has like a GPA requirement. My GPA is still above the requirement by a little bit. So yeah, I'm pretty happy.
A student who is a member of National Honor Society can look very good on a student's application because it shows that a student has been successful not only academically but also has demonstrated leadership and involvement both in the school and in the community.
Any advice for underclassmen or juniors who would like to be part of NHS?
I think my advice for underclassmen would be to focus on academics, to be involved in school-wide activities, be involved in the community, and when possible, take on leadership roles within the school and the community.
Thank you. Good job, guys. Now I definitely want to improve my grades.
Speaking of grades, I have a test on the summer read, Ready Player One, that I need to study for. Did you read it?
I did, and I love the 80s references. Look, I even brought my leg warmer.
Oh, really? Me too.
No way.
Let's check in with David and all the exciting things that our school has done with Ready Player One.
What is the One School, One Book program?
The One School, One Book program started 2 years ago. The English teachers had said that students really weren't invested in the summer reading program the way it used to be run. And so they said, why don't we do this One School, One Book model where everybody in the school, including the administrators, the teachers, the students, the custodians, the library teacher, everybody reads the same book. And then we do programming around it to promote the program and lessons in the classrooms to follow through into the next year.
How did the high school choose this book?
So Left 4 Dead and Ready Player One, which are the two books that we've read so far as a school, both of them were chosen by a committee first of teachers that kind of narrowed down a bunch of books, and then we have a committee of students that read some of the final books that were kind of came out of that committee, and they picked the ones they liked, the 3 that they liked the best. And as a school, then students vote on the book that they want to read in their classes. And this year, Ready Player One definitely received the most amount of votes, but there was another book that got a lot of votes too, which was Homeless to Harvard, that story about a young girl who had grown up in poverty in New York. And so.
What was your personal opinion on the book?
I actually really like the book. So I read it years ago just for pleasure. And I'm typically not a sci-fi kind of reader, but I thought it was a fun adventure. I thought there was a lot of fun stuff we could do at school, like last year when we did 80s Day. I thought that was really fun. I think we should do something like that again with next year. And I really liked it. And we've just started surveying all the students. And so far, for those that actually read the book, it's looking like most people liked it.
Read Ready Player One. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
I did.
I did. I did read Ready Player One.
Did you like Ready Player One? Sorta.
It was okay.
Yeah, I loved it. It was a great book.
Yeah, it was a pretty good book. It took a little bit to get into it, but it was overall pretty good.
I loved it. It was so good. I read it within like a week of summer. I thought it was a good book. I like the video game references, the 80s nostalgia references. Yeah, it was a fun book.
What did you do in your classes for One School, One Book?
Well, you know, my girl, Miss Egris, she did this Find the Egg scavenger hunt. It's pretty solid. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was in his class.
In English, we made some posters, and Latin, I did a scavenger hunt for it.
We made a poster in my English class. That's about it, though.
What did you do with your class for the book?
So for our class, we looked at Tetris, which is actually the best-selling video game ever made. And we did some problems where we looked at the different shapes that you can have in Tetris and what happens if you rotate them 90 degrees or 180 degrees. What happens to the shapes if you do a vertical reflection or a horizontal reflection, and things like that.
We worked on vocabulary in Spanish. I teach Spanish, so we looked up words in Spanish that had to do with the book, keywords. We had a little contest, and we played a bingo-style game with that vocabulary to get used to it and talked about the book a little bit.
Do you think your students enjoyed this?
Yeah, it was a fun lesson. I saw a lot of kids engaged and working hard.
I think they did, yeah.
What are we going to do for next year's One School, One Book program?
Well, it's pretty much up to you guys. We are going to put together a committee of students again. Anybody can join. So listen on the announcements when we say that. And really, it's up to you if we want to read a romance, if we want to read sci-fi again, if we want to read a memoir. The students will choose. And you guys are going to conduct the programming. And you're going to, in the fall, if we want to bring in a speaker or if we want to do some kind of fun events, it's up to you. So get involved.
Good job, guys. Zach?
Oh, sorry. Hey, you know what I was thinking? We should wear these leg warmers to the melanoma walk.
What's that?
It's to support skin cancer, but let's check in with Mackenzie and Justin to learn more about it.
Do you know what melanoma is?
It's a type of skin cancer. Melanoma is the skin cancer you get from the sun, like the sun rays onto your skin, like too much of it. It's not good.
It's a type of skin cancer, I believe.
I do. Do you?
I do.
What is the Melanoma Run?
Melanoma Run is an event that is taking place for the first time at Waltham High this Saturday, and it's a run, it's a race, but it's also a walk, or you can volunteer, and it's just to raise awareness of melanoma cancer and to raise money for cancer research.
The Melanoma Foundation Run is this Saturday at 9 a.m. The race starts actually at 10. It's at Waltham High School. It's the first ever road race that we've hosted here, which is exciting. The money benefits the Melanoma Foundation. The reason that Waltham High School is hosting it, we had a Waltham High School graduate of 1988 by the name of Randy LeBlanc. He played sports here. Very sadly, his wife passed away from melanoma, and he's been active in raising money for that foundation and has brought the race to Waltham. So we're hoping that we get a great turnout of students and staff to support this foundation and have a lot of runners, walkers, and volunteers.
Do you know when the Melanoma Run is?
Absolutely no clue.
September 20th. When is the Melanoma Run and how much is it?
It's going to be, the race I think officially starts at 10 a.m. Right here at the high school in the parking lot, and it's $20 for students. It's $25 for I think 19 or older, and then they are trying to get teams together. If I think your team is 5 or more, that they give you a $5 discount. So it's a way of trying to get as many people involved as possible. And if you'd like to volunteer, that is no charge.
Are you participating in the run?
I am. I am hoping to. I have not officially signed up. I have a lot of commitments on that day, but I'm hoping that I can.
She just knows I'll beat her. She's
run,
a little
walk. Run.
worried.
It's run/walk, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Run/walk.
And the walk can be shorter. It's like a 2 mile. There you go.
I'm running. Yep.
I will be one of the walkers. I thought about running, and then I thought about walking. I decided to go with the walking part of it.
I can't wait to attend.
Wait, did you hear?
What's going on?
The soccer team won. Breaking news. Let's check in live with George and Marco.
I'm here at Leary Field for the boys' varsity soccer game. It's an intense match. Let's see how they do.
We started off rough. We're pretty much at full speed. We still are missing one of our senior midfielders to come and help us out, but we're pretty much gaining strength. We just have to continue to gain focus.
We started off pretty rough. We just got our first win, so 1-3. We're going to improve this week, hopefully, against Boston Latin and Bedford. We hit a rough patch our first 3 games. We had 2 tough teams in Lincoln Sudbury and Concord Carlisle, but right now we just beat New and South, and I think we're going strong. Hopefully we can go on a roll and win a couple more games.
We caught up with one of the coaches, Mr. Leach. Let's see what he has to say about this.
Up until today, we had a couple of rough spots, but we're seeing a good trend right now. We scored a bunch of goals today. Hopefully we can keep that up.
I feel like this season is definitely going uphill. We started with 3 losses. This is our first win today. I feel like we're getting to know each other better, and we're becoming better as a team. We have a lot of individual skill, and if we incorporate that together and work better as a team, then we can definitely win more games.
I think we have an excellent future based on the fact that we have a very strong freshman team. We have a pretty young team overall. If we continue to work and everybody continues to follow the philosophy of the program, which is to work hard, play the full 80, then I think Waltham has a future again.
I like our uniforms. They're not too tight. They're nice and comfortable. I can't complain too much about them. I feel pretty fine. They're pretty nice. I don't really, never heard of the brand before, but who cares? Hey, just like Henry David Thoreau said, simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. The uniforms are comfortable, nice and loose, not too tight. I definitely think that we can still use them next year. That's fine, not dirty or anything. It's comfortable.
All right, so Coach, how'd that game go?
Well, let me tell you something. The guys, they set their goal. We said before the game, we wanted a shutout. We wanted to leave it 0 on the board. And these guys worked hard. They were taunted. People said bad words to them. People shoved them, kicked my goalie in the face. And we just gelled together as a team and kept our composure. We played with heart, guts, and determination. Guess what? That's Waltham soccer right there. Waltham soccer is back. These guys, if they continue to get better and excel, we are going to have a very fun season. So I'd like to say thank you to the school for having these guys, well in their grades so they can be allowed to play. All right.
Thank you. All right, well, you heard it. That's how the games go. Hopefully they have a good season. Good luck, Waltham soccer. Back to you.
That's exciting.
You know what I'm so excited for? Homecoming. Favorite time of the year. I was nominated last year too?
Me too. Too bad we didn't win.
Oh well, but wait, when's homecoming?
I actually don't know. Let's ask Max and Ethan all about it.
When is homecoming?
It's October 18th.
Do you know anything about homecoming?
No.
It's like for football, right?
It's like a football game with a dance after.
Yeah, it's a kind of a get-together dance during the football season for the football people and the student body.
Are you going to homecoming?
Most likely not because I'll be on the field, so I won't be able to go dance with people, but...
No.
Probably. More than likely, yes.
When is the voting for King and Queen?
We're not sure yet, but it'll probably be at the pep rally. No, sometime before the pep rally, so we're not sure yet.
Who's the football team playing against?
We're playing against Newton South.
Do you do any sports?
Yeah, I'm on the cross-country team.
Do you do any sports?
No.
What events are happening before the game?
Well, we still haven't decided again, but last year I know that they had like tables and like for each sport, and then they did like different activities, so maybe something similar this year.
Yeah. Is cross-country affiliated with homecoming?
Yeah, I think last year they had a face painting table.
What are you coach of?
I'm the coach of both boys and girls varsity and junior varsity cross country.
What are you doing this year for homecoming?
Well, last year we had a face painting stand, and word on the street is that it was pretty killer. So I think we might do that again, and maybe this year take it more like Waltham murals on people's faces and things like that. So it could be pretty cool, but I don't know. I have to talk to the team about it, but I think that's what we'll do.
Okay, good. I'll be prepared.
Me too. I'm a little rusty on my dance moves. Where should I practice?
Actually, Deb Fennell teaches an advanced stage and body class. Let's catch up with Tasha to get more information.
Stage and Body has been a popular class since it was first created by teacher Deb Fennell. Recently, a new elective has been added to the course selection book, which is Advanced Stage and Body. It is now offered at 4 periods a week instead of the previous 2 periods.
I taught him that. Hello, Waltham.
Where did the idea for Stage and Body originate?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Brianna. Unfortunately, it began in the 80s. Yes, it wasn't part of One Book Day either around here. It was the Pepsi generation, and everything was turning into like a dance and a song on TV. And I said, these kids need to express themselves in another way. The voice of their generation is their music and dance, and they're so happy to have that moment in their day, and we are very lucky and blessed to have this curriculum in this school district.
What are you most excited for with your new class?
I love my new class. They have 4 periods a week. It's the kids that really live to perform. And then you have the time to become excellent. We call it technique. And to get better at this, and then just to create the art, not just copy Miss Debbie's Pavlovian recital dogs. All of a sudden, it's like really interesting that you can actually create and form the art also, choreography.
What separates this class from your intro class?
My intro class, I like to look at it like an appetizer. So, you know, it's like a little potato skin, a little chicken wing. You try this, you try that, and you decide what you like and you don't like. And at the end of the year, you say, hey, you know what? This is my thing. I want to go on more with this. Or you say, you know, maybe I'll just go do a little something else.
What is your goal for your students by the end of the year?
Brianna, my SMART goal is to connect with all you teachers. Our class, our intensive level 2 class is available for hire. You can email me directly at the high school, Deb Fennell at k12.waltham.ma.us, and you can make a request. So if you're studying the Roaring 20s, we've got a Charleston. If you are studying World War II, we can give you a Lindy Hop. If you want a salsa upstairs in the foreign language department, we're there for you.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Waltham.
What made you agree to form the Advanced Stage and Body class?
As with any class that's added here at Waltham High School, it's all based on student demand and what they want.
Was there a demand for this class?
Most definitely. We have so many kids enrolled in Stage and Body 1 that we needed to add an advanced level. Many of the kids had taken Stage and Body 1 and were taking it a second and even a third time, so therefore we needed to look at the program of studies and see how we could meet the needs of these new students who are now enrolled in Stage and Body 2.
What are you looking forward to see in the future with this class?
Of course, technique, improving a much higher level of dance, as well as knowledge of dance in itself. Not just the actual movement that takes place in the class, but more importantly, the process of how it happens, understanding terminology for the students so they know the names of dance steps. So just a much more advanced class.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
What do you like about Stage and Body?
I like that we just don't sit in like a class and take notes. I like that we get up and move around.
I like that we can get up and like move and dance and stuff.
I like that I can be comfortable and not have to worry about a mean teacher.
I like that stage and body's like awesome and it's fun to dance, and Miss Deb is like the greatest person ever.
Well, I've been dancing for a really long time, so I love to dance.
How many years have you been taking this class?
This will be my second year.
It will be my second year.
2 years.
1 year.
This is my second.
Are you interested in taking the advanced stage and body class?
Yeah, I am.
Yes, definitely.
Of course.
Yeah, probably.
I'm actually in it too, as well as Stage and Body 1.
What prompted you to take this class?
I really like to dance, and I like the elective.
Well, I had taken Stage and Body 1 and 2, and I was excited to take it for a third year in a more advanced course.
Well, I took Stage and Body 1, and when I saw there was a more advanced course, I wanted to take it.
Well, I like dancing, and it's a nice break from sitting at a desk all day.
Well, it's 4 times a week, and I really wanted that.
What do you plan to get out of this class?
Well, I don't get to dance after school because of sports, so I really like to dance.
I hope to get better at dancing and just have fun for my senior year.
I hope that I get more dance techniques and learn better tips on how to get better.
I want to improve on my dancing and technique.
I hope to learn new dances.
Do you plan on dancing in the future, or are your dance abilities just for this class?
Hopefully I get to dance in the future.
Well, I'm looking forward to dancing in senior review and the musical in the spring.
I'm planning on going on Broadway. No, I'm just joking. I have never thought of that before.
I hope to dance in the future.
Yeah, I really want to dance in the future.
Zach, I definitely think your dance moves will improve.
You think so?
Wait, you know what else you should try out for?
What?
The school play. You'll be perfect.
No, I don't think so, but you would.
You really think so?
Let's just catch up with Mary and Meg to see what the school play is all about.
What's your role in the play?
I am going to be Hippolyta and Queen Titania, which is the fairy queen and the Duchess. Hippolyta is the Duchess who's going to be married to Theseus, who is the Duke, and Queen Titania, or Titania, however you say her name, because there are so many different pronunciations, who is in a feud with Oberon.
I'm Helena. She's she's in love with a lot of people. No, she's in love with one person, but she's obsessed with them.
How are you going to prepare for it?
Really trying to figure out the best way to memorize my lines and stuff like that. It's both of the roles are very lovey or I'm very angry at you kind of roles, so I understand their characters and I know how to prepare for them. And
A lot of reading lines, probably going to read the script quite a lot.
How many plays have you been in?
I've been in a lot. I was in Little Shop of Horrors and Miracle Worker in my freshman year. I was in Will Rogers last year. I've also been in the Kennedy plays and musicals. And I've done a couple Regal Player Camps stuff in the.
I did other productions besides plays, but I guess if you count this thing, then 14-ish.
Past.
Why do you continue doing them?
Because I love performing on stage, singing, dancing. I love doing them even though I have a trouble with dancing. But I also do show choir, which has a lot of singing and dancing and competing. And I think I've actually gotten better at some things as I've progressed through performing.
Because I want to be an actress when I grow up.
Would you recommend the drama program in this play to other students?
I would definitely recommend the drama program because it's a really good drama program versus other schools in other states that aren't as fortunate as we are to have such a great opportunity at our hands to perform on stage and have this theater, which is amazing. This play is a comedy, and I would definitely think that a lot of people should definitely come to see it, even though it's very difficult to understand the language because it is Shakespearean. But I think it would be a lot of fun for people to watch it.
I would. It is a fun thing to do, and it's kind of awesome.
Have you heard about the school play?
Yeah, I think I heard about all the announcements or something.
Yes.
Yes, I actually have heard about the school play. Yeah, I heard about it too.
Do you know anybody involved?
No.
Yeah, my friend Natalie.
No, not really.
I know Turtle, he's bottom.
Are you interested in seeing it?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Yeah, probably I'll watch a night.
Yeah, I'll probably end up being stage crew, so.
Brianna.
Oh, sorry, what were we talking about?
Nothing. You just missed the last segment and we're about to go off air.
Oh well, that's all for today, Waltham High. Keep it classy. I'm Brianna.
And I'm Zach. Thanks for watching.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.